Grand Rising. Today I want to talk about overcoming addiction. Overcoming addiction. So we're going to talk about some triggers and some solutions. If you do enjoy self-love videos, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to upload videos every Thursday. Imagination creates all reality. So when it comes to addiction, there's many forms of addiction. Everybody's addicted to something. But life is about balance. So when you have too much of something, it becomes an addiction. It could be anything, not just drugs. It could be anything. So the purpose of today's video is to show you your triggers, the things that upset you or the things that make you feel void or empty inside that actually lead you towards that addiction, and also to talk about a solution. There's many forms of addictions, and it's not just drugs. There's many forms of addiction, so I'm going to talk about some of the things that I've been addicted to, so I'm going to be open. There's no reason to hide who you are, or there's no reason to hide the person that you're trying to become. So everybody struggles with something, so I'm going to give you guys my testimony along with some triggers and some solutions. Your addiction doesn't have to be man-made drugs. Your addiction could be anything from overeating. It could be pornography. It could be you scrolling constantly and over on social media. You can't put your phone down. First thing you do when you wake up, you're on social media. When you go to the bathroom, you're on social media. Before you go to bed, you're on social media. So this is an addiction. Your addiction could be many things. It could be not loving yourself. You're doing self-hatred, self-sabotage. You're bringing yourself down on a day-to-day basis. That's a bad addiction. There's many forms of addictions. And if you're overcoming something today, if you can hear my voice and you clicked on this video, you're not a bad person. You are not a bad person. So let's go ahead and talk about that. People who are addicts are not bad people. What happened was they habitually made a decision, and that decision went 1 day to 2 days to 3 days to 4 days. Now it's been months. It's been years. And now you have a problem. But there's nothing wrong with you trying to solve your problem. What's wrong is if you're trying to solve the solution with something that makes you addicted. Are you with me? So remember that everything is about balance. So you have to balance your life out accordingly to what suits you best, what makes you happy. So if you're not happy, you're empty inside, and you're trying to do something that's going to give you instant gratification right now, and then tomorrow it's gone. That's not self-love. So for you, in order for you to become successful at overcoming your addiction, you should start loving yourself. So this means making a good decision today for tomorrow. So let's talk about some triggers. So whenever you're angry or upset, what do? You go to use those drugs. You go and drink that alcohol. You go and watch your favorite TV show. You get on social media. You start sabotaging yourself. Maybe you're going to look at pornography. Whatever it is that you're depending on, that's your addiction. So you have to figure out, okay, when I'm upset, or even when you're happy, maybe you're celebrating, and when something good happens, you want to celebrate. So you're getting this dopamine rush instantly, and then it goes away. That's an addiction. It goes away. There's no long term, there's no longevity, there's no benefits to it except for the short term. So you have to figure out, okay, what are my triggers? What makes me want to go do that again and again and again? And once you figure out, okay, so for me, if I'm having a bad day or something didn't go like I wanted it to, I will go maybe grab a drink, or maybe I will take some pills, or maybe I will look at pornography, or maybe I will do all three in the same day. I've been there. So don't be ashamed of being conscious of where you are right now, and become aware that you are actually trying to take the next step to become a better person. Because I know most of you that are listening to this, and you have some type of addiction, you didn't plan on getting addicted to that. I know it happens, just like I said earlier, it just happens day by day, month by month, year by year, and you look back, you're like, whoa, I do have a problem. But the fact that you're realizing it, the fact that you're actually listening to this video, it's a good sign, because you can overcome it. You have so much potential. And like I said earlier, you're not a bad person, so let that go. You're not a bad person. You might have made bad decisions, but you are not a bad person. So you can be the best person that you want to be by being conscious and aware of your triggers. So if you have a demanding job and you know you go home, it's your time for you, and you're going to go have a drink. You may want to go smoke, maybe take some pills. I mean, there's all different types of addictions. Some I have no clue. Everybody's different. There's millions of things you could be addicted to. So come up with a plan. If you had a long day at work, what else can you do to substitute that addiction? So perhaps you can go for a walk after work. Maybe you can go to the gym. Maybe you could work on a project. Maybe you can talk to a friend, a counselor, a coach, someone that can help you, that is going to give you that strong love. You need somebody to tell you that you're not going in the right direction. There's nothing wrong with that. So when people are helping you, don't take it personal. So figure out when you're having these triggers and try to substitute it with something. Meditating, yoga, treat yourself to something that makes you feel good. So replace the feeling that you get from using the substance that you use, alcohol, whatever your addiction is, it gives you a good feeling. So what you're going to do is you got to figure out what triggers those bad feelings that makes you addicted to that. And then you're going to replace it with something that's going to make you feel good. So for me, one of the things that helped me out with addiction was going to the gym. So going to the gym is something that I earned. I was surrounded with goal-oriented people. And when I went home each day, I was super proud of the decision that I made. So you don't want to think about the future. Be like, oh, I'm trying to go for 30 days with no pornography, for example. You want to go 30 days. So here's day 1. You're not thinking about day 29. You're not thinking about day 20. You're not thinking about day 10, day 5. You're thinking about today, right now. This is the only day that matters. And if you can get through this day, you're so much far ahead than you were yesterday. And then tomorrow, same thing. You're not worried about the next day or the next day. When tomorrow gets here, and that's today, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to try your best to replace your addiction with something positive, and you do this habitually. The same way that you got into the habit, it's the same way that you're going to get out of it. You're going to take one day at a time, because think about it. How many people do you know that have had an addiction and have overcame that? I can speak for example. My father was an alcoholic. He drank every single day, and he smoked cigarettes every single day, and he did who knows what other drugs out there. He did them all. But he's been clean now for over 20 years. So I am a witness that it's possible. So when I had to deal with addiction, I used my father as a crutch. So I knew that he did it, so I know I could do it too. Because all things are possible to him who believes. So you have to have some type of belief in yourself too. Not just getting coached or watching these videos. You have to truly believe that it's possible for you, and you truly have to want to overcome that addiction. Anything's possible. I truly do believe in you. If nobody else believes in you, I believe in you. So keep that in mind. So you want to become aware of those trigger points. You know what they are, what makes you mad. If you get into an argument with your spouse and you go for a drink, okay, try to avoid having that argument. Try to compromise with your specific person or have some type of plan. You know when you get upset, So try to have some type of plan so you can overcome that addiction. Because that's the only reason you're addicted to something. You have no purpose in life. You don't know your why in life. You don't have any passions about anything. You're just living day to day without any purpose. So you need to have a purpose. Why are you here? What do you want to accomplish in life? And those two motivational factors will actually inspire you to make a better decision. You can't go around every single day purposeless, mindlessness. You have to be mindful of the things that you desire. And that's actually going to motivate you more than you think. Write down some goals. When you go to bed at night, visualize yourself being sober, no longer being addicted to those things. Remember that we're all spiritual beings and we're having this human experience. So you need to visualize, you need to imagine, you need to assume that you already healed from the inside. You no longer have that addiction. So you're going to start to create some balance in your life, and that's going to help you overcome your addiction. It's going to help heal you internally. Remember, everything happens from the mind. Where the mind goes, the feet soon will follow. So if you can just take, maybe in the evenings and afternoons when everything's accomplished, close your eyes and start to visualize yourself doing the things that you want. This doesn't have to be a perfect visualization or a perfect imaginal scene. What you're doing is you're impressing your subconscious mind that you have already overcame that addiction. So your subconscious mind is going to help you. The subconscious mind is there for you. So you're going to consciously plant these seeds. You can write it down. Write it down. I am so grateful for balance in my life. That's all you do. I am so grateful for balance in my life. When you go to bed at nighttime, you're going to close your two eyes and you're going to start to imagine with your third eye. We're talking about your pineal gland. So this is what's creating your entire reality. So maybe you've been told that you couldn't do this. Maybe you've seen your parents get divorced. Maybe you've seen your brother, your sister pass away. Your grandparents passed away. You've been told this, you've been told that. And now you don't believe in yourself. So you had to go find something that was going to make you feel good. And you kept doing it over and over and over. And before you know it, now you have an addiction. So now it's time to take a step back and realize that you do have a problem. But you also have to realize that there is a solution. You're not here by yourself. There's millions of people who are actually addicted to something. It could be a tanning bed. It could be anything. People are addicted to tanning. They're addicted to music, not just pornography, drugs, alcohol, none of these things. There's other things that people are addicted to, and that's okay. You're not a bad person. So figure out what triggers you, what makes you upset, what makes you go run to that addiction. You know what that is. Write it down on a piece of paper and become aware of it. Come up with a solution. So if you need to go to the gym to let off some steam, do so. If you need to talk to a counselor a life coach, do so. But you need to do it now, not tomorrow, not later, because that's just going to make your addiction grow more and more. And you want to find balance in your life. You want to find peace, self-love. You want to find freedom. You want to enjoy your life while you're here. You don't want to constantly struggle trying to make yourself happy. And that's what you're doing. You're trying to make yourself happy. You're trying to make other people happy, and you're not satisfied. So you're doing other things to fill that void. So figure out your triggers and visualize and imagine yourself being healed already. You don't have to fight this over and over and over by yourself. Allow your subconscious mind, allow God in the universe to bring you the solution. So you consciously impress your mind with yourself, with an image of yourself already being healed. And you focus on that feeling. How would you feel right now if you didn't have that addiction? Be honest with yourself. How would you feel? If you overcame that addiction, how would you feel? You will feel pretty good, right? You will feel proud, pretty confident. And then you can share your story, that testimony, with other people and help save their lives too. Think about it. This is more than just about you. Maybe you have children. What about your specific person? Maybe you're married. So you can do this. I know you can. Figure out those triggers and then imagine yourself being the person that you want to be. That's going to be your solution. Where the mind goes, the feet soon will follow. Make sure you watch to the end of this video. I'm going to post 2 recommended videos for you guys to watch. Life is good. If you did like this video and it does resonate with you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Go out there and use your gifts and make life happen. Peace.